from a town called Kings Park, and it's on the North Shore of Long Island, and there's really, I mean, it's a small town, but there's a lot of people. Like, I graduated with a class of like 335 people, and when I went to school, like, the high school had like 1,200 kids, so it was really big. And I picked 3 objects that were like very near and dear to me. I picked my shades, and since I was in 10th grade, I've never left the house without like a pair of shades. And it was like either aviators or, you know, a pair like these, or I had a pair in Las Vegas, so I went to Las Vegas. It was this company, like a motorcycle company, East Coast Choppers, and I loved these shades to death, and I stupidly left them on the floor, and I stepped on them, and I was devastated, and I wanted to like bury them in the backyard. That's how sad it was. And I don't know, I just like sometimes I go like a week or 2 without them, and I can't stand it. Like, I have to have sunglasses, even when it's like snowing or raining. Like, I always wear them, even like this, my choker, and everyone thinks the choker's tattoo, but it's not. It's just perfect. And I realized that like on Facebook, every picture of me is with my shades. I don't know, I just really like them. I tend to like hold my head up high, like sometimes like I have like a lot of confidence when I wear them, and I don't even notice like when I do it. I'm just like, yeah, I love my shades. And these are really, I mean, I don't know, I got them at Claire's. I think the cheapest sunglasses I bought were like $2 or $3 at like some store in Newport. And then I got a pair of Claire's for like $3.36. They were on sale. Anyway, my second object is my iPod. I mean, it's not like, you know, iPod, like, that's not like what's significant. It's like what's on it is the music, which is mainly heavy metal and rap, my 2 favorite genres. But my brother, when I was in 7th grade, he brought me a Pantera CD. And for those of you who don't know what Pantera is, I think you know, right? They're a metal band, and they formed in the 80s. I think they're originally power metal, but then like they became like a thrash metal band in the 90s. And they made like 5 CDs, and then they broke up. And I think it was the guitarist and the drummer formed a band called Damage Plan. And December 8th, 2004, very tragically, the guitarist was shot on stage and was killed. But anyway, metal is like one of my passions in life. It's a very big passion of mine, and I've been like attending a lot of like heavy metal shows when I was 17. It's just something I enjoy so much, like the ambience and just like the feeling I get when I'm there. I think the few metal shows I've been to, my first one was Metallica, and I don't know if you know any of these bands, Deathclaw, Alice in Chains. I met Korn. I met Rob Zombie at Mayhem Fest, which is a big heavy metal festival, and I saw like Korn, Rob Zombie, and Lamb of God. I also met John Frye, and let's see. Last year at Mayhem Fest, it was Megadeth, and Disturbed, and Godsmack. They're very cool. It's so fun. Mayhem Fest is just the best day of my life. Whenever I go there, and I see them at Spitz. So it's really cool that like I just love my brother for getting me into the music I listen to. I'm very passionate about it, actually. And the third object I picked was lipstick. It's red lipstick. I mean, it's a bit of an emotional story, but my Aunt Donna was a very big influence in my life, and everything about her was just larger than life. I mean, she was a big person, I mean, physically and like figuratively, and it was just, everything was just like bright red, like she had this bright red and orange hair, or it was just like red, and you know, just it made, like, the way she did her makeup was was just fantastic. Like, I wish I could do my makeup like that. It was just, everything was just like fiery red, orange tones, and like her nails were like bright neon orange, and like she always wore this red lipstick. She actually told me a story about, she had this really slippery, slippery? I don't know. But it was like this lipstick or lip gloss. It must have been lip gloss because, I mean, this woman smokes like a chimney, which contributed to her death, which is really isn't funny, but, you know. She went to go light her cigarette. She had the cigarette in her mouth. When she went to like take a puff, this cigarette slipped into her mouth and she choked on the cigarette. But it wasn't lit or anything, so that's okay. But I remember it was around the time that my grandma had passed away and my aunt wasn't feeling well. And so a month later, I was on the phone with her, and she told me that she was diagnosed with cancer. Yeah. And a month later, I finished my semester, I came home, and it just looked like the life had been sucked out of her. It was so depressing, and, you know, she was always there for me, and always there for my family, you know. And it wasn't anything like, you know, I had I didn't grow up in a family where I had like a broken home. Like my family, like my parents had like been married for 22 years. You know, it wasn't anything like, you know, but like she was just always there for me. Like even like, you know, my parents were like out for a night. She would come over and babysit, and she taught me all these great things. She like, I mean not great, but just like everyday things. She taught me how to like do laundry and pump gas, and she even like taught me how to pick ear of corn. Like I think I forget, but I think it was like the bigger ear of corn, that's the better one. And she like, I remember my mom took the bar exam, and my aunt came over and she like watched me and my brother. She would make like all these like great dishes like tilapia and asparagus, and yeah. But I mean, I was always there for my aunt, you know, around the time that she died. And remember, I mean, it's a very emotional story, I'm not going to get into it, but I remember the day before she died, she told me that she could never ask for a more perfect niece. And that really meant a lot to me, you know. She's just been like a very big inspiration in my life. She's very flamboyant, you know. Just like a great like sense of like fashion, and you know, she always, and like the most important thing, and the most thing like that I admired so much about her was that she had so much love and compassion for like every living creature, you know, and that's something that like I wish that I could have. And you know, I always like sometimes they can be like a little abrasive. I don't know if people know that, or like, you know, like a day that I don't feel good or something, you know, I can be kind of mean, but I mean, I just wish that I could be like as compassionate as her to like, you know, people as she was, you know, and funny. She told like a lot of funny stories, which I wish I could do, but yeah, that was my amazing woman.
Hi, my name is Catherine Dean. My family is an important part of my life. They have helped to shape my values, interests, and moral character. They have been a constant source of support and inspiration. One of my favorite aspects of our family is our traditions. My mother's side of the family has had a long history with sock monkeys. Starting with my grandmother, it became a tradition for the mother to help her daughter make a sock monkey before she went away to college. My grandmother helped my mother sew this sock monkey before she came here to Potsdam. And my mother helped me create this one before I went to RPI in Troy. Sock monkeys are an acquired taste, and not everyone appreciates their eclectic appearance. But sock monkeys will always remind me of my family and the North Country. Another important family tradition is music. Music has been a pervasive part of life for generations in my family. Although the French horn has usually been the instrument of choice for my relatives, I decided to diverge from that tradition and chose the clarinet instead. I have played the clarinet for 12 years, and it's a perfect fit for me. It is a comforting and relaxing activity. I love playing in every ensemble I have the opportunity to. Someday, I hope I can pass all these traditions on to my stepson. Logan Matthew is 3 years old, and he is a sweet, kind little boy. He has quickly become the love of my life and the love of my family's lives. His constant smile serves as a reminder that life is good and there is always a reason to be happy. This is one of my favorite pictures of Logan. I keep it with me at work to remind myself to find something positive about every day. Logan has helped me to become a more optimistic person. My family and our traditions will always be a significant and cherished aspect of my family. Thank you.
Necklace that belonged to my late maternal grandmother, and I've always admired it when I was growing up. I've loved it for its simplicity, its uniqueness, and its beauty. It's a gold necklace with a glass casing filled with gold chips, gold flakes, and it was something I always admired about her when I was growing up. And when she passed away, my mother acquired her collection of jewelry, and she asked me if I wanted any of them. And I saw this, and I told her I'd really like it. And every time I look at it, it reminds me of my grandmother and how important family is. The next is a little kind of trinket box, I guess, or jewelry box that my mother gave me. And it always reminds me of how grateful I am to have such an unconditionally loving and caring mother. She would go out shopping and see something in the store and say she thought of me, so she picked it up and come home with something, and it always just makes me feel grateful that I have her in my life. The last is a stuffed animal. It's a little monkey that I purchased at the Bronx Zoo, which is one of my favorite places to visit in the summer in New York. And I really love animals, and my goal or my dream one day is to be able to go on a safari or go to the rainforest and see them